Fairy Tail is back, and I'm not sure if this chapter made the last chapter better or worse, because while Elfman gets an extension to his fight, Mara Jane's fight is basically half this chapter. So the chapter starts off with Elfman celebrating his victory from the last chapter, but it turns out Gaia is still conscious and he's still able to fight, and he does a sneak attack on Elfman where he just buries him in earth and he begins to crush him underneath it all. So that part of the fight just stops at that moment. That is when we jump over to Mira's fight, where she kicks Diamond and Diamond's acid melts part of her leg, and she starts to gloat about how the fact that she has demon magic, or curse in this case, and she can melt anything. Mara Jane then comments that, "Oh yeah, you're a demon. That's my favorite food," and she transforms into Satan Soul. Now, Mara Jane doesn't stay in Satan Soul for very long, because the two of them exchange blows, and it seems that Diamond is physically stronger, and she forces Mara Jane out of Satan Soul, forcing her to then go into Sela form. She then uses Ceylon's powers to force Diamond to touch herself with her own acid hands and try to melt herself, but it doesn't work because Diamond is unaffected by her own magic. So she then uses Ceylon's powers to say, "Okay, if I can't hurt you with your own magic, then I order you to not move from that spot." And from there, Mara Jane just starts pummeling onto Diamond's body. Unfortunately, Diamond, as we learned earlier, can turn her own body into acid, just like how Juvia can turn herself into water, being able to avoid any physical damage. But of course, as Mara Jane we're talking about, she then quickly adapts, and she's about to give another order to Diamond, but Diamond says, "Yeah, no, we're done with that." And Mara Jane then falls to her knees, unable to breathe. The reason for that is because Diamond's acid consumes oxygen to be used. And so she just quickly consumed all the oxygen in the area, which they're in an open area. They're not in an enclosed space, so the amount of oxygen she has to absorb at this moment is absurd. She has to continuously just keep absorbing oxygen because more air is flowing in. They're in an open space. So this is actually just an insane thing to do. But it works, and Mara Jane is basically paralyzed because she can't breathe. And Diamond then activates an acid bomb, blowing up Mara Jane. Natsu's watching all of this, and he's freaking out because he's just assumed both of his friends just got taken out. But that's not what happens. We go back to Elfman, where he apparently took over Alderon's body, at least a portion of it, because he turned his arm into an Alderon arm. I mean, he does straight up say that dragon are beasts, so I have no issue with this. I mean, it makes a lot more sense than making a beast take over from his imagination. That was complete bullshit last chapter. This I'm actually cool with. This is fine. But that also means this is probably Elfman's most powerful beast transformation, because it's literally part of a dragon god. And with it, he's finally able to finish off Gaia, because he just crushes him in a single punch, turning him into a book. As for Mara Jane, she actually gets back up, and she once again says that demons are her favorite meal, and she basically says she's going to eat Diamond. And she does something that she should have done from the very start. She attacks Diamond's soul, because that's how Mara Jane gets her powers. She devours and attacks demon souls. And so she transforms into her most powerful form, Alegria, which is the combination of all of her demon souls into one form. And it's not just all of her Satan souls. It's literally every demon that was a part of Tartarus, because there were a bunch of minor demons that were part of that too. She consumed the souls of everyone there. She basically had a massive feast at the end of that arc. And after turning into her strongest form and realizing that she now has to attack the soul of Diamond if she wants to be able to hurt her, she does just that. She just literally one-shots her. Which is why I said before, I'm not sure if this was a good chapter or a bad chapter, because it helped Elfman with his fight a little. Not really, but it helped a little. But Mara Jane, she got hit once, really brutalized, then got back up and then one-shotted her enemy. I seriously would have preferred something else, at least an actual fight, but this is what we got. But yeah, the chapter ends off with the two siblings doing a victory pose. Elfman's is way more dramatic and loud as he is, while Mara Jane is more reserved and just gives a wink. But yeah, that's the entire chapter. It was just a fight this week. So if you enjoy this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Fairy Tail and other things. Thank you and have a great day.